Welcome, everybody. My name is Jeff St. Laurent. This is the Tuesday Live Show. I help coaches transition to a full time business. And today's topic is about how to ask for money, becoming comfortable with what you charge. It's a big thing as an entrepreneur because if we're going to be earning money, if we're going to be a business, it means we're earning money. In order to earn money, we need to be able to ask for money and become comfortable asking for money. Begin to understand and become comfortable charging what we're worth. This is a big topic, and I'm going to at least touch upon this today so we can start to understand it a little bit better, so we can begin to increase your level of comfortability in this space as an entrepreneur, and obviously have a real business and be a professional coach, which means getting paid to coach people. I do record all of my live shows. I put them on my university at sellingcoaching.com. Go ahead and check that out. Like I said, I help coaches transition to a full-time business. You can start off right on the homepage where you can enter your name and email. That's not only going to get you a great audio resource called Launching Your Coaching Business, the First 3 Vital Steps, but that's also going to put you in my email community, get a great email from me on a weekly basis, giving you some great information and also letting you know of some great upcoming things that I'm doing in terms of programs and so forth and so on. Now, like I said, this is a big topic in terms of becoming comfortable asking for money. And one of the things I want to focus on with this topic today, like I said, it's a big topic, but what I want to focus on today is really starting to understand our role as a coach. And a lot of people who become entrepreneurs, who have been employees, or even if you've been in business other places, when it comes to selling something, a lot of people have misconceptions about selling, and ultimately within selling is asking for money at the end of the process. Yet a lot of coaches feel, and I know how I felt when I started off in 2004, 2005, and a lot of the coaches that I've worked with, a lot of them feel like we have to be able to show the value of our product or what we're doing, which it's not even a product, it's a service where we've got to show the value. We've got to convince them that this is helpful for them, and it's our job to sell. And that's not the case. We've got to take them through a process, but what we've got to do is we already understand the value of coaching. In other words, we understand that coaching is valuable. Otherwise, why would we even be here considering doing a business if we didn't believe it could help people? And from our experiences, we know it's valuable. And so with that being said, our job for people to hire us as a coach, they don't have to see that coaching's valuable, right? They've got to be in a position where coaching would be valuable for them. And the only way someone's going to be in a position where coaching is valuable for them is if they have certain criteria in their world right now. 3 different items. I'll call them ingredients. One of them being a need. The other one being the timing to do something about that need. And the third ingredient being they've got to be open for some help or considering help. They would have to value some help. I'll elaborate on those a little bit. However, without those ingredients, and without those ingredients being there in a large amounts, and I'll elaborate on that a little bit, then they will not find, or it's impossible for them to find what we're selling or what we're offering with coaching valuable at this point. It's not valuable for them. Therefore, it doesn't matter what we charge. It doesn't matter if we ask for them to buy or how comfortable or uncomfortable we are with money, because what we're offering isn't of value to them at this point. And it's not of value to them because in order for someone to find coaching valuable, they must be going through something in their world that they're not happy about, that they're sick and tired of, that they want to change. They want to take to the next level. Maybe someone's in a position where they want to, upscale things and get better. And that need, as I would call it, one of the 3 ingredients, has got to be pretty urgent. Or I'll say it differently. The more urgent that need is, the more valuable they will find our service called coaching. everyone wants to do something. Everyone wants to change something. Everyone wants to get better at something in their life. That's human nature. It's just how badly do they want it? And that level of urgency is important to understand. Because if someone's kind of like, yeah, I don't like it. I'm in a job. I've been there 20 years. I'm probably going to retire here. I hate it. But you know what? It pays the bills, right? It's frustrating. I don't feel valuable. I'm not fulfilled. But you know what? What am I going to do at this point? Yeah, there are days where I hate it. Right? That's very lukewarm. They can't benefit from what we do. There's no value to them. They're not like, oh my God, if I don't get out of this job, I don't know what I'm going to do. It kills me every day between the commute, the coworkers, my boss, the job. It's so monotonous. Like, I can't stand it. I need to look for something right now. There's different levels of urgency there, as you can see. Obviously, the higher the level of urgency, the more value they're going to find what we're offering. Now, with that being said, regardless of how high the urgency is, if the timing isn't now for them to do something about it, again, they're not going to find value in what we're offering. And the reason I'm going this direction is because it's our job to understand this. Because when we understand these things, asking and being in front of the right person who is a actual potential client, they will find, when someone finds what we're offering valuable, asking for the money or the sale or for them to go through a process is easy. It's very easy. But it's not when they're missing or don't have this criteria or the urgency isn't there, right? So back to the 3 criteria is now, let's say the urgency is there, but why is now the right time for them to do something about it, right? So in other words, if the urgency is high with the need and oh my God, in this job example, I've got to get out of my job. I got to do it now. Right? But maybe they just had a baby. Maybe they're moving. Maybe one of their parents is going through, they're sick with something and they've got to take care of their parents. Or you fill in the blank, right? Something that, as much as they want it badly, the timing just isn't right at this moment. Right? So at that point, if the timing's not right, we've all heard the saying, timing's everything. They're not going to find what we are offering valuable at this time. Just the same is if there's low urgency, the needs, I gotta change my job, but whatever, I don't know, I'll probably retire here, etc. Right? Regardless of where the urgency is with the need, if the timing's not there, they're not going to find what we offer valuable. Now, the last part, the last criteria is the need. Are they open for some help? Are they considering help? If the timing is there and the need is high, but I'm not interested in help, I can do this myself, or I'm going to figure out myself, then it doesn't matter what we're offering. We could ask, it sounds like you're looking to change your job. It sounds like the urgency's there. It sounds like the timing is now. Are you open for some help? Would you be open to hearing about how I could help you if you were to work with me as your coach? Sure. No. Or like, no, I think I'm good, right? There's no value for it, right? But if the need and timing's there and they're like, oh my God, I so need some help. Oh my God, I would love to learn more about that. Like, I just feel stuck. Right? Do you see the differences? And again, the reason I'm highlighting this, because this show is about how to ask for money, how to feel comfortable charging for what you're worth. Understanding where someone's at in this process, which is our job, right? Our job isn't to convince them anything. Our job is to seek to understand those 3 ingredients: need, timing, and are they open for some help or considering it? Because if they're there, then there's value for what we offer. And when you take someone, then when you find those things out and then take them through the process and they have the experience of coaching, because now we've offered them a session based on them going through what they're going through and the fact that they're open for some help and they want to make change now. Once they've had that experience, if they're like, wow, that was fantastic, and those things match up, it's easy to ask for the sale. And in fact, when you have a very qualified potential client, at the end of a great experience, the price point actually doesn't matter. We're not charging ridiculous money for our coaching. Now, for the average person, they might not expect that we're charging thousands of dollars, etc. Yet, at the end of the day, if they really want what they want to go after, their need and urgency is high, and the timing couldn't be better for them to focus on this. And they are open for some help. They want help. They just had the experience and they saw how valuable what you could do with them is. At that point, they're going to find a way to make it happen. That's just what I found more often than not. And that process is going to be very easy for you, or a lot easier than maybe it's been if you tried it. And if you've never tried it, then how do you know how challenging it is? Yet, this is our job. Today, I'm trying to describe to you what our job is, and that's not to actively sell. It's not to actively convince. It's not to actively, try and show value. It's to engage in conversations to find out where they're at, what they're going through. When and if any of those ingredients are there, elaborate on those conversations, and if they qualify, potentially offer a complimentary session and take them through the process. That's how we get business. And that's how we get business with ease, because we're in a position where you have someone that is able to value what you're offering because they meet that criteria. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. Hopefully this has allowed you to see this in a very different perspective than maybe you've seen it before. And hopefully this allows you to start working on that process. If you need help on that process and you're really looking forward, but you would value some guidance, right? The urgency is there to grow your business and the timing is now, and you'd value someone like myself guiding you, mentoring you, being available for whatever you need for every micro question, micro decision along the way, consider working with me as your mentor coach. If that's the case, visit my website, sellingcoaching.com, and fill out the form at the bottom of the Work With Me page. I'll follow up with you and we can create a relaxed conversation from there. Until then, create a great week and we'll talk to you.